Hi, and welcome to the Adult Meme Podcast.
Hello,
I'm Adon.
I'm Alex.
So
it's just us today.
yeah, we were going to have a third person, but she got caught up in a smoky situation.
That's so dumb.
Hey, I don't know how else to put it.
Basically, security had to come in. Yeah.
It was a tough situation.
Tough situation.
Topics talking about cops.
I had no topics set. That was Taylor's job, and then she had to leave. So, yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever talked to the cops? Or
Yes,
security?
I have talked to security.
What have you done?
Sneak into places, steal a couple things.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He gets arrested right after
Almost
this.
got arrested. Almost.
How old were you?
I think I was like 14, 15. A couple years ago.
You were literally like 16, so like a year ago.
Yeah, a year ago.
Yeah.
Either a year ago or 2 years ago.
Well, that's fun.
Well, don't steal, guys, or else you'll get security on your ass. And you don't want that.
One time I had to talk to a security guard at this school because I ditched class because my teacher is a bitch.
Aren't all teachers a bitch?
No, this one's worse. She's like, we swear she does crack in the closet. Like, everyone says that she would do cocaine in her closet.
Wait, whoa. She'd go in the closet, put it on like
On the shelf.
on the shelf.
Yeah, because she'd be like a bitch, and then she'd walk into the closet, and like, she'd be in there for like a minute, and she'd come out super happy, like hyped and stuff. And we're like,
All right, let's do it, class.
even though at this time I think she might have been pregnant.
She got pregnant?
Yeah, because she had 2 kids. I don't know. But anyway, no one likes this teacher. Everyone says she does coke and that she's crazy and all that. So her and I got in a fight and I walked out.
Ooh, that's not good.
And then the security had to come after me and I was like, fuck you.
Go fuck yourself, security.
And then I still passed the class.
See, that's good stuff.
Woohoo!
As long as you pass, that's what matters.
Fuck geometry. Or whatever. I don't know. I think it was geometry.
See, security could be good and bad.
I mean, the security guard's always nice to me, so like, he's fine, but like, fuck my teacher.
It's the teacher's fault.
Teacher's a bitch.
Well, we have to see who's a bit... Well, some of them are, some of them aren't. Let's just put it that way. Most of them are, though.
What's the worst thing a teacher ever did to you? Or said to you or whatever?
I gotta go back. That's a long time ago.
And what grade was it?
I think it was in the 5th grade. Yeah, it was in the 5th grade. So, okay. All right, I have to give you some context. Okay, so there was this one student.
Mm-hmm.
She was a bitch. To me specifically. Huge bitch.
Like a bully?
Kind of, yeah. And I had to sit next to her.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I would bring stuff. Like snacks.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I would be kind of forced to share with her.
Okay.
But when, like, she brought something, I couldn't get anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that went on for, like, a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So then, like, it was, like, the end of the year. And I was that nerdy kid, so I got Student of the Month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was proud of myself. I got $100.
Like, because you work a lot?
Yeah, kind of. I was good at math back then.
Fucking nerd.
Hey, it was good stuff. Everyone loved me for doing their homework, but, you know.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so after that, I got pissed at her, and I had it. I was done with her bullshit. So, the day after I got my Student of the Month,
Mm-hmm.
there was a little party, and we each, like, brought something to school to, like, celebrate and all that stuff. And I stole what she brought.
What did she bring? Do you remember?
Yeah, she brought like a pack of Twix.
Oh.
So I stole everything she brought. I ate a couple Twix, and I don't know what I did with the rest.
Flush them down the toilet. You're like, if I can't have them, no one
can. So then, she was questioning who took her Twix.
Mm-hmm. Do we know her?
No.
Like, she moved?
No, she's not from here.
Oh, okay.
She was questioning who took her Twix. It took a fat minute before they realized I had a wrapper of Twix on me, and I was like, oh, fuck. So they caught me. The whole entire class watched me get disciplined by the teacher, and he was yelling the shit. I'm like, why would you take this? Blah, blah, blah. You dumb bitch, don't do that again.
Was it a girl teacher?
No, it was a guy teacher, so it was even worse. So then, after that, he revoked my student of the month, which I was crying my ass off when he did that, because that meant so much to me when I was little.
But didn't she bring food for the class?
Yeah. It was meant for the class, but because I took it from her and had...
The teacher, I'm like, okay, you have a class party, a girl brings food, the other kid eats it, and you're like having a fit?
Yep.
Like, you didn't steal it. It wasn't like a normal, like, oh, it's a party.
Yeah, it was a little celebration, so he could have had some slack on me that it was a party, so people would grab some.
Was it a party for you or just for the class?
No, it's just for the class. It wasn't for me. So then he revoked my student of the month. I was so pissed that I cried for about a week, that entire week. I was so upset of that moment. Thank God it was only 2 more weeks of school left, though.
Did you ever get it back?
Nope. To this day, I still hate that bitch. But anyway, moving on. That was the worst thing the teacher ever did to me. And he gave me detention. And I didn't show up because I was that pissed.
I love when, like, elementary kids get detention. You're like, I'm just not going to fucking show up. And it's like, you're a second grader. And I'm just like, yep. It's not even that big of a deal. Actually, my librarian, when I was in elementary, she did, like, the detention. So every recess we would have to go and we have to have her head down on the table for, like, 30 minutes, just sit there. She was crazy. Every teacher almost from my elementary was kind of psycho.
They like, only hire crackheads in your school, or how does this work?
Yeah, I lived in a pretty ghetto town with some ghetto schools.
Same here, but they weren't that crackhead. Some of them were, but not all of them.
The librarian was like actually kind of a crackhead because she kind of looked like it, and then like she was just psycho, but like mean psycho. She's gonna hear this and she's gonna be like, I know who the fuck that is. She won't remember me, but...
See, that's the good part. No one will ever.
She yelled at me because I was reading a Spanish Clifford book.
What?
Because, okay, where I lived, there was a lot of, like, Mexicans.
Ooh.
So most of the books were in, like, Spanish, and most of the teachers spoke Spanish, and I was like, what the fuck? So I tried to read some Clifford book that was in Spanish, and she, like, yelled at me because she's like, you're in, like, 4th grade. You're not allowed to read Clifford. I'm like... I'm trying to learn Spanish so I understand when people bully me. Because that happened a lot. They would always speak Spanish and talk shit, and I'm like, I don't fucking understand.
I don't understand what you're saying. Stop bullying me.
Stop bullying. I think the worst thing that actually ever happened, though, was that I had a 4th grade teacher, and her husband was dying, and she was fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah, they do go insane.
Because, okay, her husband was, I don't know, something was wrong with his heart. He kept going in for surgery, and then, like, surgery, like, wouldn't really help. It would kind of make it worse, and then she would come to school crying. I just thought of a story time. Okay, so with this teacher, one time, these 2 boys were fighting in the classroom, and one had a knife and one was throwing the chair across the room.
Whoa, wait a minute. Knife?
Yeah.
Chair?
Okay, so...
Did these guys hate each other that bad?
Yeah, it was bad. The guy who had the knife was nicer than the other one. The other one always tried to kill me. He, like, killed my cat. He would throw me into, like, thorn bushes.
Whoa.
Like, both these guys hated me, but, like, mostly like the second guy with the chair. Anyway, they hated each other too. I don't even know. Basically, one guy had a knife, tried to stab the other guy. The other guy threw a chair. My teacher, like, started screaming like crazy. And we were all just laughing at her because she was so psychotic. And she, like, at this school, there was, like, a button on the wall that goes to the office. So she would press it, and she was just screaming in it.
Help me!
She was just screaming. I'm like, these are 4th grader boys who have a pocket knife and a chair. And they were, like, trying to fight each other and, like, throwing the chairs at each other, and I'm just like,
oh my god.
I'm like, this is like how she wasn't even that old. She was probably like 35 or 40, and I'm like, you can't separate. Like, I get like maybe the knife, but like he wasn't gonna do anything, and that happened, and my teacher just went crazy over it.
Okay, was she like screaming at the
Yeah.
button? Or
Yeah,
like,
she
was she
was-
screaming at them?
No, she was screaming in the button, like, someone needs to call security, like.
Like, was there like a little intercom thing, a microphone thing where you could? Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was a button and it goes straight to the office. And then, I don't know, it was just crazy. And she was like hyperventilating and like, she had to sit down. She like didn't even stop them. She just like sat down like crying. And I was like,
You should come to stop her. That's dangerous.
I'm like, as a teacher, you would think that, you know, if something like that happened, you would stop it.
Yeah.
Which nothing happened. I mean, I think they just got like suspended.
So it's just like a in school or just suspension automatic? Because that
I mean-
counts like an expulsion for like those two people to be doing that. That's kind of violent right there.
Especially with the other person. But I don't know.
Exactly.
I mean, my school just didn't care. They were just like, okay.
I'm like, okay, they did that. Moving on.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great school.
I have so many stories like that. That's like the best one I can think of. As far as like crazy.
Oh, crazy wise? Oh, well.
Well, and
Right.
crazy teacher, but.
In middle school, I
What grade? Oh, this was 4th grade for me, by the way.
4th graders fighting with knives. Oh my god. Well, in 8th grade, we had a school shooter.
Mhm.
But it turned out that he wasn't a school shooter. He had a BB gun,
Mhm.
but he made it look like a real gun. And it was on the other side. So, okay, look. So there's our school, there's a park in the middle, and then there's a high school right next to it.
Yeah.
So that the park is literally the division, and then like the park is literally just horizontal. So boom, boom, and then boom.
Yeah.
So the shooter was in the high school, and they had to lock us out down because they didn't know if he had other people or it was just him by himself doing that.
Mhm.
So we were on lockdown. They were on lockdown, and until they found them. Police came in like 10 minutes later, and then I didn't have a phone at the time, so I asked one of my friends if I can borrow their phone, and I called my mom,
Mhm.
and it, like, you know, like those movies, like when you're about to die, you call your loved one and you tell them, "I love you." That's literally what I did to my mom. I was like, "Mom,
There's a school shooter.
I don't have much time." Then I hung up. She was freaking out. She cried.
I'd be freaking out too.
She sent out my dad to go get him. I didn't know how much pressure, what I was doing.
You're just like, in the movies they do this.
Yeah, I just did it based off the movies.
You didn't even bother calling the police. You're just like,
Well, the police were already there, so I was like, well,
oh,
if the police are there, might as well call my mom. So I called her. That happened. My dad came rushing down, and none of us could leave the school because we were under lockdown. So all the parents that wanted to get their children out of there, they couldn't because of lockdown reasons. And then I think half an hour later, they found out the kid with the BB gun had a BB gun and not a real gun.
not a weapon.
Not a weaponized gun. They arrested him, took him, I'm guessing, to juvie or jail.
Wait, was this the high schooler doing it, or
Yeah, it was the high school. But since they had like very huge, super cautious, they
Yeah.
Also locked down the middle school.
Which is probably good.
Yeah. It's a good thing. That was the one time it was a good thing.
One time it was
because like there's been times that like we've had lockdowns and like the person that was like threatening the place was like far away or was just a theory.
Mm-hmm.
But this time it actually happened, but not in our school, which was. I mean, he had a BB gun, so like I don't know if to say that's a good thing, bad thing.
I mean, it's better.
It's better, yeah.
I mean, if you get shot with a BB gun, it's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna
penetrate you. You're not gonna die from it.
Hopefully.
Oh.
I mean, it depends on how close they are.
Far away you are from it, yeah. Yeah, those are one of my traumatic experiences in high school.
In middle school, actually.
Oh, you're right, middle school, right.
What grade were you in? 7th?
Yeah, I think I was in 7th grade when that happened. Dude, she was so traumatized. Like, when I got home, I was like, oh my god, you're alive. I'm like, what do you mean I'm fine? I try to walk it off like, it's nothing.
Yeah, you call your mom being a baby.
Yeah.
Like, help me.
It's like, help me, mom. Yep.
You need therapy after that?
No. They were considering it, but I was like, no, it's fine.
You probably should have gone. I feel like you're going to grow up and you're going to be like...
traumatized from those experiences.
I mean, you never saw anything because it was at that different...
Yeah, it was at the different school.
So that's a little different.
Yeah. We were all scared. Either A, we were scared shitless, or the other one were like, everyone was like, well, mostly the 8th graders were like, it's fine.
Their souls are already gone by then.
Exactly. All the depressed people.
We're like, yes! They're all like, they're having a party.
Like, yes, my time has come. And then they find out it was a BB gun. I'm like, oh, God.
They go home crying. They're like, I need therapy.
So those were my traumatic experience in middle school. I don't think I've had one that bad in high school. Do you have anything that other than the 2 4th graders?
I mean, most of my crazy stories were in, like, elementary. I'm trying to think of having anyone in, like, middle school or high school, because those are more...
Yeah, those are more rare. Like, in elementary school, everything happens.
Yeah.
It just happens. Why? Who knows? What was your best moments coming out of the whole darkness? What was the best moments in school?
In school? None.
None?
No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
You gotta have one, and it's
Prom.
not just no. Okay.
I mean, that's not. I'm trying to think of something that's like really good, but like graduating. Maybe I haven't graduated, but I mean that's gonna be cool.
Well, that's something to look forward. Yeah.
How about you? You got anything? I need some ideas to bounce off of. What's like the best thing for you?
Best thing for me. Let's see. Oh, best thing here at high school probably would be when after a huge tiring show, which was great.
Oh.
I ran a show. It was about 2 hours long. Then the entire crew went out to Sherry's and we all had a great time. Oh, it was a great time.
Now I have ideas. So I was in choir and we went to Ellensburg last year.
Mm-hmm.
And we won like superior in our rank or whatever it is, like in our section. That was a really good time. Because I dropped out of school and I had a lot of problems. And then I literally went back just to go to Ellensburg, like to perform and stuff. So I had to come back in district to do that. So then I did that. And then like the rest of the year we just like sang a lot. It was really fun. And all the people I was with were like super cool.
Ooh, that's good.
They were all like the popular kids, but like the nice popular kids. They're like everyone likes, and I was like, oh my god, yes.
Like I get to be popular for a moment or two.
That was a really good time. Anything to do with performing is just always good.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, in elementary I opened with the national anthem at my school talent show.
What?
Yeah, I have a certificate.
Jose, can you see? How did that go? Were you nervous or?
I was with 2 other girls, so.
Oh, so it was a duet, or no trip? No, what do you call people with
We'll just say
triplet?
we'll just say triplets because I don't know.
Wait.
Because there's quads and then there's
I
duos and then I don't know what 3 is.
Yeah.
But it was me and then another girl who had my name.
Oh, 2 Alexes.
Well, 2 Alexises, but
Alexis, yeah.
and then another girl. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Was it nervous or was it like? Did you have it? Were you confident about it or? Were you just mumbling it around?
I had been performing for 2 years prior because I was in choir and we had to go to Ellensburg again, and then we had to go to all the different schools. We went to every elementary school.
Jesus Christ!
So I had basically been performing since the beginning of 4th grade, and the talent show was the end of 5th grade that I did it. So it was 2 years. I'm good.
That's
so I wasn't as nervous. Oh, I had to sing in front of the whole school. That's all of my bullies, all of my crushes, and then I had to do it again for the choir.
Did you? Well, do you do choir still?
Yeah, not this year because I had to go to Westside, but next year I'll do it again.
Oh yeah, you're coming here again.
Woo!
That's a good thing. I remember my freshman year.
My freshman year was a lot of ditching and.
Oh yeah.
Well, I only ditched during lunch, so that's not really ditching, but.
Well, it's lunch. You can't really ditch during lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was always late to my 4th period, though. Or I would always just walk out. It was bad, but.
Well, I'm leaving. Goodbye. I hate the new kiosk thing they're doing.
I haven't done it yet. Really, I get your.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is how it works. You walk into a class.
Mm-hmm.
You have to scan your ID.
Yeah. Like a timestamp?
Yeah, it's literally like a job. You have an ID, you scan it in, and then it's to every class. And it's so annoying. You have to do it for every class, and you have to remember to do it. And
what happens if you don't remember? Do you get, written up?
No, they just call your parents, be like, your student was late, blah, 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 and didn't attend this class. And then
yeah.
You get all this shit from your parents, and it's so annoying.
I don't think my parents care. Or they would. They wouldn't care.
At first, my parents cared a lot, and then after about the 10th time that happens, nope, you know what? Screw it. He can deal with that on his own.
What's the saddest or the worst moment from just school?
A sad moment. That was probably my sad moment.
When you got in trouble for.
Yeah, I was crying my ass off. It took 2 friends and I think a couple adults to stop me from being all depressed about it or butthurt about it. For the whole whatchamacallit?
Student of the month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my prized possession. If I didn't get that, I
Did you still get the $100?
Oh yeah, I got $100 and a little mini surround sound system, which was awesome.
So you did get to keep that, just not the certificate?
Yeah. I was really pissed about it though, because I had student of the month I had it 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd, 4th.
Did you already have it, or did he have it? He was just oh, well, now I'm not going to give it to you.
Yeah, that. I think we were a couple days from he was to give it to me, and I screwed up. I got caught.
You didn't even screw up though. You ate candy that was for the class.
But they took it as a stealing. I stole from her.
I know, but you didn't steal.
Yeah,
you can't have candy and take it to the class and then be like, "Oh, you stole my candy." I'm
it was a weird experience.
I would have punched her in the face. I would be like, you know what? I already don't get my certificate. I'm just gonna punch her.
Oh, that was so tempting.
On the last day of school, just
knocks out. Yep, that was a bad day. I didn't like that day. It was so sad. After that I went home and my friend came over and I was still crying and everything, and I was trying to play soccer with him, tears were coming, kicking the ball and everything.
You're eating ice cream from the ice cream truck.
Oh my god. It took my parents forever to calm me down about it.
Who was your first crush? That's so cute.
Oh, my first crush.
I mean, I would think that would be like elementary, right?
Yeah, I was in kindergarten.
Oh.
I had my first kiss in kindergarten too.
Slut.
Hey. That's different. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't even want that.
Okay, who was your first crush?
Okay, my first crush was this. Okay, I forget her name. I don't even know her name. I'm almost sure she doesn't know I exist. But she was cute. I liked her, but I didn't know what sex and kissing and all that stuff was. So I was like, I was super confused. Yeah, like my parents do this, so this should be good.
I'm like, we love each other. You kiss.
Well, I had 2 kisses in in kindergarten. One was with my crush. Then the other one was just this girl that liked me, and she liked me till all the way through 2nd grade. She had this huge thing for me, and I was just like, well, I don't know how relationships work yet. Gotta back off. See, you gotta take in mind, it was a kindergarten.
Wait, so who is why did you like your crush? Or
because oh my god, I don't know. She just looked nice. I guess we always hung out. We occasionally hold hands. You know, little, and then when we got caught holding hands, everyone was like, "Ooh!"
Cooties, you start screaming. It's like the cheese touch.
Dude, the cheese! Oh my god, that book was great. Yep, that was my first crush kiss thing. What about you? Did you have your little moments with somebody?
I mean, my first crush was in like 1st or 2nd grade, and I had a crush on him until I left, so probably like 6th grade.
6th grade?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 5-year crush.
Okay, so he was my neighbor.
And about neighbors. My neighbor also had a crush on me, but that was still middle school.
Okay, so my crush was my neighbor, and he was always at my house. So, like, we would always hang out. We always did everything together.
Oh.
No, we always did everything together. And then, I mean, he knew I liked him, and he was, like, never into it. And I was like, okay. So I just had a crush on him for, like, ever. That's it.
Did it stop randomly, or did you just like, you know what? That's it. Or are you still going, or how's that?
Well, I moved, so I mean, we don't even really talk anymore. But I have him on Instagram.
Do you slide into his DMs every once in a while?
I try to text him in like 7th grade or like 6th grade with Taylor, and he responded, but then like he acted like he didn't know me. But like then in 8th grade, I went to visit him, and that was really good. Like, ooh. That was fun.
Good times to be shared.
Mm-hmm. I hadn't seen him in like 3 years. I just showed up at his house. I was like, hey.
I'm here now. You remember me?
And then, yeah.
Well.
He was basically just my best friend for like however many years.
Well, time to wrap it up.
Woo.
And that's the end, I guess. See you guys next week.
Bye. Bye.